Game on, ladies! It is time to rock and roll over here. And, well, first of all, we need to switch the team names around, which I've already did, because, as you see, we have Feel the Heat on the left. And it's time for best of 5. We're looking at our loser bracket final right now. pepeMLady on the left. Tumor Spider Queen is our first map, and Feel the Heat is ready to tango. They lost in the winner bracket final to Washed Up. Was actually a series that went the full distance, 5th map. And now they find themselves in the losers bracket up against pepeMLady. And the winner of this series will face in the grand final off against Washed Up for the tournament victory. So yeah, we've been here for actually quite some time. I mean, 3 qualifiers led us to the final event. Now we have a double elimination system. Now we're heading straight into Tumor the Spider Queen as our first map. This is a best of 5. Medivh gets banned immediately. Ultralisk won't be able to rock him over here. And Urel, of course, gets eliminated as well. Okay. So, with that, what do we have? Tacita gets banned out, okay. I mean, given the ban pattern that we had over the last 2 days, I did not really see a Tacita ban come this early into play here. There's a lot of other heroes that usually get locked down a lot faster than that, especially on the melee front. I mean, we had other teams really home in on Zul bans. We had Cassia banned out, first pick over here. A couple of supports targeted to Tracer is also eliminated, so Dino, since he can't play Tracer, he plays Cassia, so there's that. And, well, let's see how the Polish team reacts to this. They've been playing, obviously, in the previous series, some strong games against Disgusting. Were able to take that best of 3 series with a 2-0 in the previous round. But now, Wilk usually with a bit of an early pick here. Yeah, there it is, ETC for him, and Anna gets locked in as well. Okay, awesome. So, there we got Zul, normally banned, or oftentimes banned in today's matches, and we have Imperius together with it. So, good frontline already for them. Or at least a good start building the frontline up, which means that Cassia is going to have a lot of space also, since that meat shield is going to be pretty difficult to break through. And Dino has in previous games already shown that he's very strong on the stacking for his level 1 quest when he goes for it. So, well, let's have at it. Yeah, Li Ming gets taken, and that gives us into the picks here very, very quickly for the Polish team. And they still need someone to stack that nano boost on. If you start with Anna, then of course you want to have a mage that can really get the power in. That's the reason why Li Ming actually got banned, because they don't want her to absolutely pop off and get the resets here either. And we get Sylvanas again. They really like to play with Sylvanas, and for a good reason too. They did some fantastic... They did a really good job with her, not only in the last series, but also yesterday when they were playing. So, can't really fault them for that. And we had a lot of nano boosts on this too. And let's have at it. What are we gonna get now? Last 2 picks here. Blade for offlane, X-Ray. I mean, again, I don't really expect anything too crazy at this point anymore. Oh, but Oriel. Alright, I didn't expect her. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna try and whip the Polish team in shape a little bit. And there's our Suljin again. Okay, draft for game number 1. There we go. A little bit out of the box, but I like it. Tumor the Spider Queen, the best of 5 kicks off between Feel the Heat and pepeMLady. Game time! We're heading into the losers bracket final, everybody. On the left side, pepeMLady with the Wilq on ETC. They're pausing the game immediately. We had a bit of a long loading screen over here. Might be that someone disconnected, but let's go through the lineup real quickly. As mentioned, we have ETC for Wilq. It's actually the go-to hero for him. Now, he branched out in terms of his hero pool a little bit and is now also playing Johanna, Imperius, and Garrosh. But he oftentimes is targeted still in the ban phase by the opponent's team. Not so much in this one, though. They allowed him to go for ETC. Interestingly enough, though, we got Suljin here. So Suljin is really a hero that has, in this tournament, made... I mean, I struggle to call it a comeback, but he's been played a few times with limited success, I might add. But Cesapos might just be able to get some serious damage in. We know, of course, that on Tumor the Spider Queen, some of those games really last a long time. So there is at least a chance they're going to get some decent stacks together for the baseline, which is obviously the main thing that you're looking for. And as you can see here, after 15 stacks, you are looking at a setup where you get an extra range increase. Now Dyla is playing Ana. We got Gore Rider and Sylvanas again, and we've seen him in the previous series already do a whole lot of work with that hero. So they have a pretty nice damage setup with that, especially since Ana is also going to provide those nano boosts for Sylvanas as the game continues and goes past level 10. Same time, we got Richu on Rexa, and we have for the team in red in the meantime, X-Ray on Oriel, Dainu on Cassia. And Oriel in particular is a hero that I did not expect to make an appearance in the tournament here. So it's kind of cool that our Whip Lady is currently making... I think the first game happened here today. So it's going to be pretty neat, especially since the supports weren't really that heavily focused in the ban phases. I did not think that they would branch out this far. Could have still gone for, I mean, for example, Malfurion, who's also nice for interrupts on the channel on the objective. So if you have those interrupts, that's always kind of neat. But Oriel is in. We got Dainu on Cassia. He's obviously in a position where he can get a lot of stacks together. Still always remember that game on Volskaya Foundry where he ended up with more than 160 stacks, if I remember correctly. And he's the only real damage dealer for them. So obviously we have a very, very heavy frontliners trying to protect him here, but it also means that there's pressure on Dainu to get that damage connected. And especially with Misha on the other side, he should be able to get a lot of stacks together for his level 1 if played correctly. And talking about that, frontliner is going to try to shield him, so Ultralisk is playing Imperious. We have Wit as, so to say, the main tank Xul option, and Blade is playing Deathwing at the side, as he so often does. But yeah, on level 1 now, also Bone Slicer again, so not going into any Headhunter stacks, but definitely keep your eye out on the Cassia stacks, given that it's not only Rexa on the other side, but also Misha, so there's even more tools for Dainu to get those stacks together. So this kicks us off into game number 1, and yep, best of 5 series, so let's see which team takes the lead right now, as we are starting to jump in. Already a bit of aggression happening here. Cesar Boss is attempting to get some damage in, and talking about stacks, there's the terror move from Blade, as our little Benjamin Blümchen over here goes straight into the Molten Flame and is starting to burn them alive. It's barbecue time, baby. And he got some serious damage in. Nicely done. 5 stacks thus far for Dainu 2. And now the 4-man rotation, of course, between them. Shouldn't really come as a shock that obviously Cassia is the target also for Oriel's trade. So, and Oriel in general, is kind of cool that she is now participating a little bit more actively in those fights. Has been for a long time. The last patch on her was a while ago. Oh, Ultralisk. Oh, that's the kill. Yeah, you can't give him an opportunity like this one. Especially there with the second kill. Follow up. Okay. That was a quick one. Double kill to kick things off here. They get the kill on Imperious, and then they easily follow up with even a second one as Wilq moves in from the side, and they take Xul down too. Very well done by pepeMLady, and Feel the Heat is, yeah, walking away with a bit of a bloody nose, I might say. I mean, it's early on in the game, so these kills are not quite as impactful just yet, but it gives you, of course, a bit of a lead. You get a few more gems together, can maybe take some away from your opponent, so it's a bit of an advantage that you have. And if they can continue that pace and that momentum that they're currently trying to build here, that would be the absolute dream for them. Feel the Heat comes into this series as the favorite, of course. There is no doubt about that. The only question that really remains is, can pepeMLady maybe make they are in the underdog position, and if they can really make that work right now, that would be pretty insane. It would be pretty cool. Interestingly enough, we have 4 Sylvanas as set up with Unfurling Shadows on level 1 and the Unstable Poison over here. So that's a bit of a different setup that Gore Rider and Cesar Boss have been using on the hero. Both of them played Sylvanas for pepeMLady in the previous games. So a little bit of a stacking setup that could be fairly interesting here. Blade at the bottom of the map, together with Ultralisk, is trying to take this one over, and he is going to grab it. Suljin is very low, and Dyla is also walking away, just barely. Wilq with a slide. I don't really think that was necessarily needed right now. Sylvanas is still sitting topside. Xul is obviously rotating between the lanes now too. But Feel the Heat. Walk away with the Siege Giants. They take the camp. So they got that. Yeah, immediately Oriel in trouble, but the counter kill attempt and the double kill. Ana is down. And so is Suljin, and ETC dies too. It's a triple, baby! They come in and they take the triple kill over here. Very, very well done. A fantastic lunge that we saw from Imperius. They connected with 2 and they got both of the kills. And then ETC is trying to walk away and he gets crushed as well. And all of a sudden, Feel the Heat is not only taking the advantage in that situation, but they are translating the entire aggression into an attack on the fort. The Siege Giants are helping with it, and they're nearly getting the thing destroyed completely. Might still be able to do that with the next minion wave that now pushes in, and that's a great start right now. Yeah, top side though, a bit of an attack against Wit, and I don't think he's gonna get out of this one. Nope, he gets dropped. But still fine. He already turned his gems in. And they get the counter kill. They go for Sylvanas and take her down. Lil Q has currently 33 gems. They can't lose him. No! Oh, Ana. Oh my god. Ana gets those shots connected. He could have died there. They keep the gems at least ready, but... careful. Yeah, that could have hurt a lot. Yeah, trying to go for more. Wilkie gets attacked again. And is able to make it out. They really want to move in with him and finally get rid of those gems. You can already tell, but of course both teams are now trying to go for the first objective. And with the first fort already eliminated, even without the Web Weavers, that's of course a great move. Ultralisk! Bad moment to die, and he doesn't. He gets healed by Oriel. Nicely done. Deathwing comes in. They're still going for the fight here. Ana is in trouble. It's not the only one. Wilkio is also low, and Ana able to connect another pew pew. But just look how much damage has already been done without Feel the Heat even having a Web Weaver wave in play. It's finally touching ground, but they already moved to the first fort. They are attacking the next fort as well. And this is getting nuts. I mean, this is 2 forts down, 5 minutes into the game. But Ultralisk at least gets eliminated over here, so there's that. And I gotta say that Cesapos is able to get some serious stacks on Suljin going. He's currently sitting at 17. We have 41 for Sylvanas. I mean, you always gotta keep in mind, we are 5 minutes into the game, so it's not like this game has been going for a while. Top side, Wit. Yeah, might have to move out here, I was trying to. Sleep Dart connects. There's the whip into the corner. And Suljin still survives. Turns it around, and they get the Zul kill. Well, pepeMLady is not giving up on this, and they have more kills. Sitting at 5 now, but they also go up against the level 10 ability. And that's another problem. Alright. Ultralisk is sitting at the top now. Go Rider's there too. Fort is still there. Look at the amount of gems on Wilkie. 47! It's always annoying. I mean, obviously the tank oftentimes walks around with most of the gems since he's always at the front line collecting them. But you also don't want him to have them since he is always exposed to the opponents and just sitting there and you're like, yeah, can I please get rid of those? He would love to get rid of them right now, but so far that hasn't really happened. But yeah, it's just what it is, right? At the bottom of the map, as you can tell, there's another attempt to go for a few more Siege Giants, and Dainu grabs those towards the top. We have the turn-in attempt now for the team in blue. So that's their attempt of getting a Web Weaver wave. So far it's shut down. Will Q on 50. If he dies, seriously, he's the ticket back into the game. If he dies, that would be an absolute unmitigated disaster. Dainu with 20 is trying to deliver them out too. Misha looking for the interrupt, actually gets that one done. Alright, so far so good. But here's the rest of the setup as they're starting to go in once again. Yeah, trying to make their plays happen. But can they? Yes, the fight continues down to the bottom. A lot of value actually out of the ult on Cassia. But they push them away, and they have 2 camps still pushing the lanes, which in this case also means that we have them going for an easy turn-in. They don't have enough gems to complete the Web Weaver setup, but soon they're going to be in that position, with Wit now trying to get a bit more up towards the top. And they're working on it, slowly but steadily, trying to get all of that done, and they are looking pretty good on that end, with the attempt to take another fort down. Map control is theirs. Maybe they don't have enough... Maybe you don't have the same amount of kills as the opponent, but you can't really argue with the amount of map control that they're bringing to the table here. The third fort already taken down. Blade now moving in as well here in the middle together with Will as they're pushing one lane out after another. They want level 13, they want the advantage. Will-Q trying to go for the kill, they need a kill. Oh, there's the mosh pit, connects only with one. They're trying to interrupt, they're trying to keep Ultralisk alive, and they're able to do exactly that as the far side to turn a little bit. Gore Riders coming in from the side. Red team with another turn in though. Nicely done. We actually had the turn-in completed by Zool at the bottom turn-in point. And yes, they are looking just so good with all the momentum that they're currently building up here. Nice move by them. 13 talent is ready for this push. And despite the fact that pepeMLady is doing well on at least the team fights, or some of them, they're just losing structures. The entire time. One structure after another is falling. If they're losing keeps now, for example, that would be the absolute worst for them to happen. And already Web Weavers at the bottom have to be dealt with. Richu is sitting here in the middle. The keep is completely exposed. 50 gems on ETC still put him in a spot where he just can't die. If they take those gems, he's in so much trouble. Top lane has been defended. Will-Q is coming in from the side. They know where he is. He slides out. Dino gets some damage in. It's not enough just yet, but Will-Q is pressured back. And the fort, the keep in the middle, is about to fall. They're about to go for it. Yeah, flies back. Keep down. Can they go for ETC? No, they can. Oh, yes, there's the connect. Oh, 55. And he barely makes it out. But Sylvanas is dead already. And they're going for the second kill. They're going straight for Suljin. He uses his ult just in time to survive a little bit longer. But that's the end of Ana, and they're already looking at the core. At this point, feel the heat. They are smelling blood in the water. They want to go for game. Will-Q is struggling to keep them away. He still is not allowed to die. The shield is already gone, and things are starting to become worse and worse and worse for the team. Suljin is dead. Well, he's trolling anyways, but that's the counter kill against ETC2. The gems are gone. Misha is trying to recover them. That means that Rexa has 76, but the core is falling. The 1-0 lead for Feel the Heat in this best of 5 series in the loser bracket final at the Panda Cup. GG. Okay, game number 2, everybody, the loser bracket final, and I have bad news for everyone. This is a best of 3 series. This is not a best of 5. So there was apparently a bit of miscommunication. So when Stork talked to me, the organizer of the tournament, he told me that the winner bracket final, the loser bracket final, and the grand final are all best of 3 matches. But apparently he accidentally communicated something else to the players, and all of the players now were under the assumption that this is a best of 3 series. And this, since the entire thing already started, the decision was made to actually stick with the best of 3, which the players prepared for. We still have a best of 5 coming up, of course, in the grand final. So, sorry for that, but we just clarified it in the lobby for this draft. So this is actually the first that I heard about it too. I expected this to be a best of 3. As it stands, that also means that Feel the Heat obviously needs to win just a single additional map, which could be this one. So there's a lot on the line for pepeMLady now, because if you lose now, you're out. So we got Medivh banned again, we got the ban on Tracer, and we got Urel banned too. So with Sky Temple we could actually end it right here. First pick, first ban. Switched obviously a little bit, and there's the early pick into Zool. Alright. Bone Boy. Oh my god, insta picks right now. They wanted that Zool, and they wanted Imperius and Cassia. Already saw that one coming. It's still a map where you could of course see a little bit more control over the boss point, because oftentimes we're seeing exactly that happen. But this is gonna become quite interesting given what we're seeing now for the picks, especially since they're just rushing through the draft like there's no tomorrow. I mean, they definitely know what they want here. The nano boosted Li Ming is obviously hoping for resets during the team fights, so they're gonna get that. But it's snappy. At least it was up to this point. Now the bans were a little bit slower, but at least initially they definitely knew what they wanted to do here. So are we gonna see a third map? Or is it going to be a quick 2-0 and then a rematch between Feel the Heat and Washed Up? That's pretty much the question right now. Imperius and Cassia is already a great start for them. Dino already did good work in the last game. And his Tracer is just reliably banned out time and time again. Haven't really seen him in some time on Zeratul either. But there's the bird, gets banned. Yeah, as I said, if you want to have boss control and you get the Mighty Gust, for example, that's always a cool tool to have. Enubera gets also banned out. Wit actually played that earlier. Wit played Enubera. So, yeah. And what do we get for the red team? Still, Maiev, possible, and Carrigan for Ultralisk. I mean, again, he has quite a few heroes to play around. He played a lot of Junkrat too, but could go into one of the two heroes that I just mentioned if they want to force these fights a little bit more reliably. And there it is! Carrigan, together with Karazim. Karazim, Imperius, Carrigan, and our last pick will be by Blade on the offlane. But the Carrigan setup alone, more CC is kind of needed. pepeMLady just doesn't have enough right now. Yes, you have the Sleep Dart. Yes, you have Zool around, but you need some reliable stuns that you can put to the table right now. So whenever there is a fight and you need to control Carrigan, you need to just bring something in there that can do that. And they use Kira and Jojo. Alright. Kira is in and we have Johanna. Kira doesn't really fit the bill on what they needed there, but Jojo definitely does. So Kira comes in to bring the additional oomph and a little bit of damage. And Blade with the last pick before we're heading into our potential last map of this loser bracket final over here. So, feel the heat against pepeMLady. And our last pick for Blade on the offlane. What's it going to be? No ban on Deathwing, so could go for Deathwing if they want it. And indeed they do, once again. Ladies, let's go. Sky Temple is the map. Feel the Heat has the lead. And let's see if they can force a 2-0 victory, or if pepeMLady is able to bring us to a third map in this series. Let's jump straight in. pepeMLady on the left once again. Sky Temple is the map. The Will Q on Johanna, Go Rider on Li Ming. We got Dyla on Ana, Richu and Zool, and Cesabos is going full Wakanda with Kira. On the right side of the map, Feel the Heat, playing X-Ray on Karazim. We got Ultralisk on Carrigan, Wit on Imperius, Dainu on Cassia, and Blade on Deathwing. Alright. I love these Carrigan setups. Lately, we don't really get a lot of Carrigan for Nick, unfortunately. He's more so forced into the range damage dealers, or quite a lot of them. But Ultralisk has already graced us a couple of times with the Carrigan in this tournament. And it's always a pleasure to watch a good Carrigan in action. They're already trying up at the top. Deathwing literally dropping in from above, and a quick kill against Kira. She's down. Instantly annihilated right now. The Nexus original got wrecked quickly. First stack for... Ooh, there's another one. Ooh, that's it. Oh no! Guys, please! Don't kick them while they're down. Like, what is happening here? Getting murdered. Wilq, first of all, gets locked down. Bam! There's the kill, and then they're jumping on Ana to complete kill number 2. Oh my god. 3 kills in the first minute already for Feel the Heat. What the hell? And they're following up with even more. At least they're trying to. This is getting mad value here. What a draft. So much aggression, and it's absolutely fantastic. Obviously, as I mentioned previously, Feel the Heat went into the series as the favorite. Let's not forget about that. But still, that early game is quite the opening that they're showcasing right now. So, well done. Yeah, this is mad what they're doing. I mean, of course, this early in the game, the death timers are still pretty low, so normally you can't really do too much with it. But 3 kills translates into some extra experience and at the same time a little bit of map control. But let's not forget, this early in the game, it's not that impactful just yet. So yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Again, as the death timers continue, as we're heading into the later stage of the game, these kills are going to mean a whole lot more. But obviously, if you start a game up with 3 kills, there's a lot of momentum in your hands, and it's always annoying for an opponent if they have to play around this. You're a little bit later to some rotations, you're a bit later to some of the camps, so it's definitely impacting you. And this camp at the top, Ana trying to bring all of her wave clear to the table together with Cesabos, but that push topside could actually become a bit of a problem because they are quite late on this. So now the camp is moving in and they're already going for the wall just as we speak. This is starting to become a little bit problematic. Jojo bringing the wave clear to the table. This, on the other hand, is a bit of a problem too. Okay, Siege Giants get actually eliminated, there's that. Yeah, a bit of a fight at the top. Wit at the same time is still able to make it out. Top side, trying to go for Will Q again. Nearly level ahead now for Feel the Heat. Yeah, they are doing well here. Okay, Kira comes in. They're trying to go for the fight. Blade, so far, unimpressed. Could actually fall. Blade! Oh, and he gets away with 70 HP. Fully calculated here. But Karazim falls. That's the first kill at least for them. Cesarus was trying to get another follow-up kill on Wit, but Imperio has walked away from it. The problem is that Karrigan was now escorting an entire camp down here, and she is slowing down Zul too. So that little setup means that Zul is going to potentially miss out on some experience. Nope, not quite. Blizzard with those experience globes made it possible for people to be a little bit sloppier with their rotations, catering to the casuals over here, and of course that also impacts the top level play, since in this case even the slow on the rotation from Zul from middle to the bottom didn't really matter. He still got the experience, great for him. Karrigan still fighting it out against Zul, but now that the temples are up, we have Deathwing in the middle taking the shots for the team, and the rest is fighting up at the top where Dino is about to go for Kira, and they're getting the kill. They take her down and they take over the final few shots on the temple. Great setup for them here once again. Final shots connect. Ultralisk is still busy at the bottom of the map. And they're also looking for additional kills or stacks at least. Dino's playing around this right now. 4 kills against 1. Gore Rider also low, but the Lightning Fury connects once again. A little bit of a different build also for Kira than what we're normally seeing here. So we still got the finishing touch over here, and your pain, my gain. The heal monger on level 7, at least that didn't change so far. But we have half a level ahead right now. Half level lead. Kira at the bottom still trying to go for Blade here. So they're going to try and put a bit more pressure onto Deathwing. And I mean, there is still quite a lot of stuff that you actually can do with Kira in general when you go up against him. Deathwing obviously has to be a little bit cautious when he jumps into these fights, but at the same time you're looking at the pressure that it mounts against pepeMLady, and the blue team is just in continuous trouble here. At least it's the way that it seems like. Karrigan is going for another camp, takes that easily. Ultralisk is doing a great job with the rotation, even though he has now to be a bit careful. Deathwing is actually helping him out for exactly that reason. It's difficult to match the wave clear that Zul has, so Blade has to jump in and help for just a second. But they could even go for boss now, considering that they have the early level 10. The problem is they have to defend the top lane, so they can't really rotate to the bottom to take it. That fort has nearly fallen. That was a really good idea from pepeMLady to push this lane out. So, yep, they get at least that. Mid lane gets also attacked, and it doesn't really take Zul apart. There's a level 10 abilities now. Ultralisk on Karrigan picks the Ultralisk. You want to have that before, because you're simply looking for the extra stun. So it's all about the stun lock. It's all about the CC that you bring to the table. So Ultralisk therefore picks the Ultralisk, which is always just amazing. We have level 10 on both sides now, and this time there's no skeletal mages, but instead we're seeing the Poison Nova. The attack against Wit. He gets the ult out and survive. He survives? Nope, he doesn't. And the problem is that Deathwing also fell. So a neat double kill for the team in blue. All of a sudden, pepeMLady is back to business. That's exactly the kind of action that we need for them here in order to see a potential third game. So they get the kill, they go also for the tower, and thanks to the timing, it allows them to get full control over the bottom temple now as well. So yeah, pretty neat setup for them. Same time now, top side. Richu is pushing the lane out even further, but of course there's no doubt about the fate of the fort at the bottom of the map. This one is going to fall if they can hold on to the temple for a bit longer. The rotation is now starting to kick in, and they are coming in with everything that they have. They want to take over and save the fort, and so far they've actually done exactly that. It's only one shot that's missing, but in a 5 versus 4 situation they can make it work. Zul is just simply going for the side lane. Richu has a PhD in PvE, so he's able to just side lane the shit out of them. And Johanna doesn't care about it anyways. She is currently sitting there even without the Eternal Retaliation as a level 4 talent, and pushes through the mid lane and applies even more pressure to them. So Karrigan is forced to react topside and is now dealing with Zul in the camp, but she won't be able to do that alone. At least she's trying to. The Ultralisk came out, but yeah, Richu is able to get away from this one. Same time, Karrigan, with the help of her own camp, is now at least taking the control here. Which is taking the Ultras down. Jojo, on the other hand, falls in the middle. And they take more damage onto the fort. So this game is getting a little bit scrappy. 5 kills against 3 right now. People are still looking to destroy some of these forts, but not a single one has fallen yet. And then again, you look at the minimap and you realize quickly that top and bottom fort for the red team are heavily damaged. Okay, go right out. Oh my god, the Juke Master is here! Look at him, juking out everything, with missing the lunge, and then the Valkyrie doesn't connect either. Nicely done by Li Ming. Able to keep herself alive here. They really want it, don't they? Yeah, that sexy volleyball outfit is definitely exciting the red team, but they can't have her. Mila Superstar has her own plans over here. Gets the nano boost and jumps out again, but there's the kill attempt, and maybe, no, the sleep dart and the kill. Oh my god. These plays. Oh, Gore Rider, seriously, look at this. He really wants her. There's the connect, and then Ana keeps her alive. The turnaround with the Calamity and the quick pop against Karrigan as she goes down. Nicely done. Well played by pepeMLady as they close the gap a little bit more. Now we have another fight over the Siege Giant camp as Dino is about to get dragged, taken down by Kira. 7-sided strike, that thing popping in, and Karasim falls. Everybody is low, dead or dying. Game is all over the place by now. It's getting bonkers here. Oh my god. Full on Fiesta mode, just full on Brawl here the entire time. They're going for Wit now too, and he goes down as well. But the counter kill is there as Johanna also bites the dust. In the meantime, Zul is sitting on the temple already. They're getting a kill against Kira right now. We have a 4 dropped in the middle of the map, down to the bottom. The Siege Giants are there. They're moving on to Zul, trying to get the next kill. This is just getting crazy. They get the kill on Zul. It's 9 kills to 7. We're not even 10 minutes into the game right now. Rotation towards the top side, 15 versus 15. Structures dropping everywhere. The first one falling here in the middle. The red team has already lost every single fort that they've been holding previously. And X-Ray is now making sure that at the bottom of the map another fort is also going to get dropped. This is getting absolutely crazy. Oh, what a game. What a game. All the forts are down, and X-Ray might have to jump away from this. Tries to go for Go Rider here. Yeah, the sleep dart hits though. That's unfortunate. And the nano boosted Li Ming comes in again and just absolutely murders them. Yeah. Gore Rider is having a field day here with this hero. And Dino's all of a sudden alone against 4. Maybe a little bit too much for him to handle after all. So there's another kill. 9 kills to 9. 16 on both sides. That gives us the triple cleanse for Karasim. But it's also the opening on the boss now for the team in blue. Because, well, with only 3 heroes on the other side, why wouldn't they go for boss? They were already at the bot lane in the first place. So there's that. All of a sudden we have a boss pushing through the bot lane. Deathwing is already dealing with the Siege Giants. Can you imagine how pissed he is? He deals with the Siege Giants and then he sees the boss take and he's like, oh, really? I just dealt with those 2 idiots. Now I have to deal with this big bug as well. The problem is that with the full commitment bot side, it seems like right now pepeMLady is saying, hey, we got a boss. Let's go keep. And that would then mean they have to put more heroes in. This is kind of neat though. Ultralisk already camp at the top. They're going to trade keeps here. They are going to trade keeps. As long as they can hold the core, which they should because it's a 10-minute boss, an 11-minute boss, so it's not really that strong yet. But with a double camp at the top, someone will have to retreat right now. Or they're going to trade 1 keep for another. Which would be a little bit weird. I mean, it's a double camp against the boss, so there's still a lot on the map, but still, that would be kind of interesting. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Wit? Yeah, Wit is... Oh, he's alive! Wit is alive! And the kills against Zul and Li Ming. And that's the end of Kira. Triple kill against them. And as you can imagine, up at the top, this is where Karrigan is going to try and go for it. Down here, it's not even over yet. Are they trying to core? They're actually rushing topside with everything they have. I mean, they're going to get the keep, so that's definitely a thing. Are they going to try and go for the core here, or is everybody all of a sudden abandoning their position and starting to go straight up top lane? And indeed, they're going. It's a 12-minute core push. Their own core has already taken a little bit of damage to the boss, but they don't give a shit. Guys, they're gonna end it right now. They're gonna end it right here. Feel the heat with a quickie against pepeMLady as they take the 2-0 victory over their opponent and move on to the grand final rematch against Washed Up. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.